Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy SCGRANT here, and well, I cannot believe it. We're at part 2 of my overall thoughts on BEASTARS, the final season. Well, it was time to cover the other 6 episodes, the latter half of the season, most notably episodes 7 through 12, and boy, did things got intense, bro. For someone like Legoshi who just got through his 18th birthday, everything went down the toilet fast, like hit the fan real quick. So remember I told you about that overall since the first 2 seasons, what's the fact is that okay, so someone ended up killing Tez, and it turns out, and I actually have to correct myself on this one, the character who ended up offing Ted in the beginning of the show was one of their own by the name of Riz, who's actually is a Grizzly. So in the ending of season 2, pretty much Legosi had to fight off a literal grizzly bear because we know he. But I got a theory on why Grizz ended up killing Ted, because it shows in season 3 that because of what happened back with the whole Shishigumi situation, Luis, and then I'm gonna make sure I can give you a recap about all this. Was the fact is that there has been something going on. There are a bunch of herbivores getting killed by carnivores at a rapid rate. So pretty much Yaya, who is Legoshi's grandpa's old partner, is actually looking into this, only to find out that, you guessed it, and what you see on the screen here is that a hybrid of both of a gazelle and a leopard, a mixed breed by the name of Melon, has been calling the shots. He is the true mastermind behind this epidemic of pretty much carnivores basically snacking on herbivores. But the way he did it is basically just a brilliant. He actually found a way to do it without getting detected or never caught by the authorities. And how did he do this? Well, he decided to use your average energy drinks and spike it and add some extra let's just say something that you should never ever put into a drink, like gross. Because when I found out how they were able to do this, and because to give you the rundown, they spiked the energy drinks with herbivore blood, but they needed more to make sure that the primal instincts of carnivores started kicking in. So let's just say that the Shishigumi was able to get the goods from someone who literally crapped it out of their pants. Like, you know who the character is. And when I first discovered how they did this and where they got it from and how it was all produced, it was gross. I literally gagged. I'm like, are you serious? That you mean that all this time these carnivores have been eating shit? Like, they're literally eating. I was grossed out by it. Like, but the big conflict was the fact is that Legoshi got wrapped up into his hell, to the point that Yaya's own little rat informants was able to get in on Legoshi's head about Paru. I'm like, oh no, they didn't. Like, they went that far. He even made an offering to him. If you help him take down Melon, he'll clear his record and what happened back in the end of season 2. Yeah, the whole scuffle with Riz, meaning he would have gone through it. Like, Yaya's got connections to the point that Legoshi can basically come off as clean state. But once again, this comes at definite cost of this one. But all in all, man, Legoshi is pretty much in way too deep, as you see at the very end of the episode. Like, it was the final episode. Legoshi was trying to track down Melon to attack Paru, and all of a sudden, okay, we got Melon wants to get on that herbivore action. He wants to taste that herbivore's flesh. But instead, he couldn't get nothing, so he found his stuff. Like, oh, that turned out to be a killer. But it turns out, Legoshi looked at it like, turns out, and spoilers alert, the sloth ate Melon. But I said, no way. I'm like, there's no way the show could end in there. But I was 100% dead wrong. Turns out the sloth was Melon. I mean, I don't know how the animators was able to put on a disguise on the facade. Like, he somehow disguised himself as the sloth himself. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Like, I think it was a disguise, because the real sloth could have been dead, man. Because no way. Because once again, Melon is 2 steps ahead of him. There's no way he could possibly, to the point that he, like, you can see on the screen, he shot Legoshi in the ear. Like, he already shot him once in the chest at a party and died. But here's what's shocking. When Legoshi died, he was visited by his mama and revealed everything. Like, the whole concept of having 2 species ever conceiving a child of both breeds is being frowned upon by this world's mythos. It's being frowned upon. But me, as of someone who's delved in the furry fandom, who shows that yes, these things do exist, but it can be both a blessing in disguise. There's no way that this show actually, the way they handle it is, Legoshi is part Komodo dragon, not half, part. That's why his grandfather, Gosha, is a Komodo dragon. Legoshi does not care if he's mixed breed, as long as he's pretty much living life to the fullest. But someone like Melon, who's been ridiculed for being a mixed breed, that's why he was a face mask and hidden from the public eye. He is considered an abomination to pretty much your regular average anthropomorphic animals. But once again, as I stated before, pretty much being a mixed breed can be a blessing and a curse. It depends on how you do with it is determine the outcome. But what Melon's doing is basically turning an entire city upside down by having the entire black market, not just your typical meat market, but having 4 criminal factions rising up to get the claim them goods. Because once again, it was just Shishigumi, now the other factions have risen up. This is when the power imbalance is starting to happen. I was getting worried. But once again, the only thing that Melon could do was that he shot Legoshi twice. Once in the chest, thought he was dead, only to come back, realize that Legoshi is practically indestructible. Remember, he's the MC, he's the main character. The main character don't die like that. So now, this is one of my personal gripes with this ending, was the fact it left with open doors how Legoshi was gonna get out of this one. Because once again, he got shot in the ear and left to drown. But you know the Shishigumi, they know who he is, they've dealt with him before, and they know he's gonna find a way back. If he survives a gunshot to the chest, who knows he can survive that? But once again, there's one thing you should know, is that Legoshi had a little thing or two about how life works in the world of BEASTARS itself. This universe, in this entire animated series, this is how this world works. And he learned it through a literal seal about how things work in both land and the sea. It's everywhere, how life works. And to me, that was one of the biggest shocks was the fact life comes and goes, bro. But for Legoshi, once again, all he wanted was a normal life. But once again, it's his family's past that pretty much dragged him into this. It's where he come from that started it all. It's his own grandpa. Once again, once he and Legoshi's grandmother became together and had a daughter who going to be Legoshi's mother, that's when everything started to happen. It was Gosha who basically had to leave the whole BEASTARS thing to live a normal life, just how Legoshi is. But once again, it leaves Yaya to basically fend off the world of injustice in their own city alone. He fights solo. But until recently, yes, he started putting together a team to take down this one mixed breed son of a bitch. And, well, this is going to be harder than I thought. Once again, ending off episode 36 on a literal cliffhanger is just symbolic. They know that this second half of the show was going to be split into 2 parts. So I'm just saying, it's going to take a lot out of me to get this whole ordeal done. But to me, I just never thought I would reach this end, man. Because once again, there are tensions back and forth between not only Gosha and Yaya, but once again, Gosha did not want his grandson to get involved. It's all he has left. If anything happens to Legoshi, he would have done it. But once again, it's when Legoshi went to the emergency room, only found Legoshi disappeared. Once again, Legoshi survived. He survived. Like, damn. Like, Legoshi's practically indestructible. He's practically Superman, or Super Wolf, if you call it. But no. Legoshi only has one life, and it was his mama's spirit that makes sure that no, it's not your time to go, bro. You're basically the MC, man. You cannot just die on that, and especially for the fans, you're gonna have to basically take this son of a bitch now. Melon is going down at all costs. But if we killed Melon, it wouldn't do us any good, because you're setting a bad example. We need to apprehend him, not kill him, because if you read the book, you know how this one ends. But let's see how the animated version tackles the outcome of this show as a whole. How they gonna do that? But without further ado, that's all I have to say about BEASTARS. This is definitely, and I'll see you in part 3 whenever that happens. This is your boy SCGRANT, and I'm hoping to finally put this show behind me once and for all. Take care now.